In Brazil, we have an interministry commission for the resource of the sea. This commission is composed by different ministries and state secretariats. This commission has work under three main policies. It is the national maritime policy, the national policy for the resource of the sea, and the national policy for Antarctica affairs. Each policy has a plan, has a national plan, and under each national plan of work, there are several projects, like, for example, the national policy for the resource of the sea. It has the sectorial plan for the resource of the sea, and it is composed by different projects. They are projects for living resource, non-living resource, for bioprospecting, etc. One of these projects is what we call RENPLAC, which means it is the program for the assessment of the mineral resource of the continental shelf. Tá, fala para ele entrar. Next slide, please. This is just a chart to tell what this program is about. It seems to be complicated, but it is a simple one. The program for the assessment of the mineral resource of the continental shelf has a general objective, which is increased knowledge about seabed and subsoil, about the seabed and the subsoil of the Brazilian continental shelf. The specific objectives, between others, are identify physical features, evaluate mineral resource, identify potential mineral resource other than the ones we know, and collect information for coastal and marine management policies. This program has different activities, areas of activities. And we divided these activities in four main areas, and each one with different projects. The first one is the integration and organization of data and information. Later, I will show you what we are doing in this area and what kind of projects we have. The second one are the specific surveys. They are surveys for mineral resources, for different types of mineral resources. The third one is the general survey. It's a kind of systematic survey to identify the seabed features and to try to identify new mineral resources. The fourth activity is the economic, technical, and environmental feasibility studies, but we do that based on the results of the other projects. And the expected objective of this project is to increase knowledge of the Brazilian continental shelf, facilitate territorial zoning, develop competence and new technology, promote capacity building, and promote the sustainable development. The next one. Before talking about the Brazilian continental shelf and its adjacent oceanic areas, I'd like to show you what the Brazilian continental shelf is. But I think Commander Alexandre Tagore has shown you. It is composed by its economic exclusive zone, and you can see here the area of submission, of the Brazilian submission for the Commission on the Delimitation of the Continental Shelf of the United Nations. The next one. Okay. In Brazil, when we talk about marine scientific research, it is important to say that we have different centers of research. Several universities work together with the Geological Survey of Brazil and with the Directorate of Hydrography and Navigations. And this map shows the location of, for example, the Geological Survey of Brazil, we call CPRM, in different areas. It has different offices. The Directorate of Hydrography and Navigation also is located in different parts of Brazil, and they provide all the oceanographic ship for our research. And we work together with several universities. I indicated just the ones with we are working now. So just to show that we have a lot of institutions working for the research. The next one. Okay, so these maps show, the first one, show the area where we are developing or planning to do research for mineral resource, for specific mineral resources. These are the areas where we know there are some resources, and now we are trying to make a more detailed study. We have from the south to the north project for phosphorites, for placers, for coal, placers for diamonds, gold, and projects for gravel, and sands, and the carbonates, and also projects for cobalt-rich crusts, and for polymetallic sulfides, between others. The other maps shows the areas where we are going to develop a kind of systematic study to find out information about the seabed and also about the mineral resource. This map shows our priorities in the 1 to 500,000 scale, and this shows our priorities here in the scale of 1 to 1 million. This work is to complete what we have already done for the continental areas. The next one. Yes, before starting any project, any specific project, Brazil did a project that we call Geology of the Brazilian Continental Shelf and Adjacent Oceanic Areas, organized in a geographical information system, meaning that we collected all the available information on the Brazilian Continental Shelf and adjacent areas, and we mounted a GIS system where we have all of this information. We produce new maps, like, for example, we produce a new cartographic base for the continental shelf. We included the digital elevation model, which is based on the Etopos 2. All the bathymetry that comes from the Directorate of Hydrography and Navigations from Petrobras, and we included in the oceanic areas the bathymetry from NOAA. We have a physiographic map showing all the different features. We produce a map of the top of basement. We have a map of all the mineral resources and occurrence of mineral resources, and so on for sediments, gravimetry, magnetometry, etc. All the available information is here, and it is available in the same environment. So it is very easy for us now to plan new activities because we have this information. Next one, please. Also, we include all the seismic surveys available from Petrobras. What you can see here, yellow, is thousands of seismic profiles that you can see here, all the drilling. But in this project, we don't have the seismic survey. We have information on the seismic surveys and the drilling, so you know where to find it if you are going to work in a specific area. So you just plot this specific area and you have all available information, then you can plan for new activities. These include sediment sampling, location of coastal and marine basins, the maritime areas, and also all the mineral activities areas, so you know if there is some activity going on. Also, all the protected areas, because it is important to know where you have protected areas. So everything we are going to do in Brazil now, all the projects, we just plot the area and we got all the information. And from this information, we will go further. The next one. Just to give some examples, we analyzed several sampling. We did the geochemical analysis of this sampling. For example, here is for silver. We have some anomalies, the red color. Next one. This is the anomalies for titanium. Titanium come from these black sands that our colleague from Senegal mentioned yesterday. The next one. This is the anomalies for calcium. We have one of the biggest carbonate platform. Next one. It's anomaly for vanadium. Next. Zirconium. Next. Manganese, and next, please. And for strontium. So we did this for 21 elements. And now, based in this information, we can develop a specific project to know why we have this anomaly and if it shows some economic interest. The next one. As I told you before, we have information from all known mineral resources and also occurrence of mineral resources. It includes in the Brazilian continental shelf and adjacent oceanic areas, sand and gravel, carbonates, placers, phosphorites, evaporites, sulfur, coal, polymetallic nodules, cobalt-rich crusts, polymetallic sulfides, gas hydrates, oil and gas, and others. Next. This is one of the maps that we produced using all the available information. Is the maps we showed here, and outside you have this map. It is the map of the potential mineral resource of the Brazilian continental shelf and the adjacent oceanic areas. The next one. We produce also a map of the areas of relevant interest for mining activities. It's just a way we have to show that this area is important for mining activities. Then we can talk with people from environmental area. We can compare if we have protected areas around it. So it is important. And we group the minerals into energy, which is oil and gas, energy for coal, gems, material and mineral for agriculture, which is very important for Brazil, ferrous metals and non-ferrous metals. In the non-ferrous metals, we include sand and gravels, which is very important for civil construction and to rebuild eroded coastline. The next one. Yes, in the folder you receive, there is a DVD. This DVD is what I'm showing here. Unfortunately, it is only it is a Portuguese version. Later, we will have an English version. And in this DVD has all the data and information on the Brazilian continental shelf. It is so we are giving you all the information, all the data. Next one. So it has a presentation, information on the credit, on the technical credits, institutional credits. It mentions about the content of the CD, of the DVD. We have to change it. And there is a manual of the ARC Exhib, which is a program developed by the staff of the Geological Survey of Brazil to allow you to visualize all the information you have in the DVD. So you don't need to have a very expensive software. You just open the CD and you visualize it, and you know that behind you have all the data and all the information, all the tables associated to it. So it to explain you how to use it. And also, it allows you to bring new information and to take other information. You can produce your own project in the area you are working on. You just open the CD, you plot your area, you bring all the information, and from there you can make new proposals. Next one. As another product of the CD, you can print this map in a big format as the one outside, and this format, which is A0. So you can print it. And you have other thematic maps, the next one. Oh, sorry, this is the one, the main map you can print. The next one, please. And you have different other maps, the next slide, which you can print if you want, but you have the data associated to this information. The next one, please. Yes, this is how this ARC Exhib program shows information. You have all the different layers here. You just click in each one, and you can overlap one information to the other. You have a legenda. You can do some basic operations. So you see which kind of data is there. Next one. Next. Yes, the Geological Survey of Brazil has a database called GeoBank. You can access all the data from Brazilian continental areas by internet. And now we are developing a module for marine geology and marine mineral resource. It's not yet ready, but it will be available soon. And we include all the information we have collected and the new information from the new projects we are developing now. The next one, just an example of data, the location, sampling stations, and so on, that will be included in this module. Next one. Okay, now let me talk a little about the projects we are developing, we are carrying out. This is a project for sand and gravels. It started in the northeast part of Brazil. We did already some areas, and we will extend this project for all the Brazilian coast. This is the project to locate the different kinds of sand and gravels. We have maps like this where we can see gravels, and the different size of sand and mud, etc. The next one. This next. This is sand and gravels is used mainly for civil construction and coastal reconstruction. Here we see it is a news from the Brazilian news talking about a big problem we have, which is the erosion of the coastline in several points. It's a huge economic problem here. Next one. The same project is also trying to locate the carbonates. We have lithotamium, we have other kinds of bioclastics, and the map shows the percentage of carbonates. We have areas where the content of carbonate is higher than 96%. The next one. These carbonates are used mainly for agriculture, water filters, cosmetic industry, dietary supplements, bone implants, animal nutrition, and water treatment in lakes. Next. This is just how it looks like when we collect it from the sea bottom. The next. We have also a project for phosphorite. We started in the south of Brazil, but we have other areas for future projects. We carried out oceanographic cruise here using this vessel from the Brazilian Navy. We collected sample, so it is a project, it's going on. We are collecting information. It's a 4 years project, and we should work also with the geological, the U.S. Geological Survey with James Hine. I'm sure a lot of you know him. He will work with us in this project. Next one. The phosphorites are used mainly for agriculture as fertilizer and soil correction, animal food, chemical industry, and the pharmaceutical industry. Next. We have